Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing my 217th Mezco Toys 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of the Commando Snake Eyes. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see some really cool vintage artwork from those vintage toy card backs of the Commando Snake Eyes, and it's both the same art on the front and the back. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let them breathe.
Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Commando Snake Eyes here from Mezco. I'm actually really shocked that we're getting variants for their Joe line already. Of course it's going to be Snake Eyes, which totally makes sense and totally works for me because I absolutely love Snake Eyes. So I just wonder if this is going to mean we're going to see other variants and things like that. Are we going to see Pimp Daddy Destro, since we've already gotten to Destro? We're going to get Tiger Force characters? I don't know, but for me, bring them all on. I absolutely love G.I. Joe from Mezco, and this is a really cool version. I am so stoked I picked this up. First of all, I love the soft goods here. You got full soft goods pants for the long sleeve shirt. And I love things like the padded gloves that you see back there, all kinds of holsters going around his chest and over his shoulders. You got these pouches that you put on over the arms there. These can be a bit of a pain in the butt because the pouches themselves are a separate piece that can come apart from the little bungee string that that actually holds them on. So when you're sliding them on, this thing might slip off and it could be a pain in the butt. So don't be afraid to stretch this little bungee piece. Really pull it apart and then lift it all the way up. It can be a pain in the butt, but it still works out really good. Everything else, the belt looks really nice. I love the differences in colors here. So we got, like, of course, the black of the soft goods. Then you got more of a matte black for things like the pouches. And you got a little more of a glossy black for like the belt buckles and the straps, even like the knee pads and things like that for the boots. So it really differentiates things. I think that works out really cool. Got some nice tread on the feet, big peg holes like that. You see the different holsters and all that. Looks so good. I absolutely love this head sculpt. He only comes with the one head sculpt. I was kind of hoping Commando Snake Eyes would have come with an unmasked head. I think that would have been really cool. But alas, we did not get that. But I still think this looks really, really great, man. If my camera would actually focus on the head, there you go. Again, I love the glossiness of that black on the visor itself, even on the side of it by the ears, even the back of the neck has that, some extra sculpting. All that looks really good. I'm gonna bring in my classified retro carded Snake Eyes here because this is initially what this is. I love classified. First of all, one of my favorite lines out there, and this mask and all that looks really good. I mean, but compared to the Mezco one, the sculpt and the just overall design, they Mezco-fied it just a little bit, and it looks incredible, man. So I just love that look. Totally works for me. This Commando Snake Eyes is really badass. So moving on to accessories, we of course do get the Mezco circular base stand, and it's the same thing with all the Joes, all the good guys. You got the G.I. Joe logo there on that green base, and of course we do get a clear articulated arm. We also do get several interchangeable hands, different types of closed-fisted hands, gripping hands, trigger finger hands, more stylized posing hands, all those things that you're going to love, which all work out really, really good. We're going to see a lot of different muzzle effects here. Same ones we've seen in the past, but you got a different, if you have pretty much any Mezco with a blast effect or a muzzle effect, you know exactly what you're going to expect. These are all really cool. I love the ones where you can actually see the bullet there. I think that's super cool. What I like about these ones, we've seen these effects before, but not so much like white, where it gets like the smoke effect. That's pretty cool. So that's a little different from what we normally see. We've seen all three of these before, but they're usually just done in the translucent, like yellow-orange. Never with that full paint like that. So that looks really cool. So that's a really cool addition. Now moving on to all the other different things that we get. We get things like this. It looks like a pack of like C4, some type of explosive, which is going to make sense. And all these things are pretty much in simple black, but I do love the sculpts of that. We also do get different types of like little detonators here. Those are really cool. And again, I'm not really sure if this is, I guess it could work as a detonator, but if it's just some type of radio, that's really cool. So you get stuff like that. You get multiple types of these like grenades or smoke bombs or whatever they mean. You get 4 of those. And then you got different types of all kinds of guns, which is really cool. So you can get this pistol right here. And I believe, does it cock back? And it doesn't seem, unless it's just tight. Some of these can be really tight. Oh yeah, it does cock back like that, which is really cool. And a removable magazine. All the guns come with extra magazines, which is really nice. So you got that pistol. Actually, I believe you get 2 of these, which is the same pistol, so you can dual wield. I think that's pretty badass. You also get this one right here, which looks a little more high-techy. I think that's really awesome. That's probably like a laser sight on there or something. That's really rad. You could probably fit this one right here. We do have a gun pouch on the side like that. And will that fit in there like that? Yep, that goes right in there. Sorry, my camera's not focused, but that looks pretty good. We also do get this knife, which is really nice. A nice fat, thick blade with a black blade like that with the silver edging on that. That looks really, really cool. I do have a holster for that on the back of the figure itself. You just stick this in like that, and then the strap should be able to come over and peg on like so. That going on? No. You're gonna make me struggle with this. Maybe I should put it on the other way. See if that works, maybe? Like that. Yeah, that's actually a lot better. So the little hole part should go up. That actually makes it fit a lot better. So now you can holster some of his weapons on there like so. We do get the submachine gun, which I think is pretty badass. Again, most of these weapons we've seen before, just from previous figures, you know what I mean? We got a lot of different guns and things like that in Mezco, so this is pretty cool. Again, removable magazine, you got 2 handles like that. I do love the fact that we get 2 of these Uzis. I think that's awesome, again, to dual wield. What I'm noticing though, no suppressor. Isn't Snake Eyes known for having like a suppressor on like his Uzi and his guns and things like that? So no, I didn't see anything like that in the box, but still cool that we get 2 of these. Again, you can dual wield. I'm always about that. Then we also get his larger rifle, full-on machine gun with a scope and things like that, removable magazine. This looks badass, very tactical, and again, that flat black with the glossy black looks really, really cool. Really love that a lot. And then the final accessory is going to be his little Indiana Jones satchel, his purse, his man purse. This is really cool too. It is done in fabric. It does have a Velcro little thing like that, and I've been storing all the extra magazines in there. And you can just close that up, put whatever you need in there. Because he has pouches in the front. I've been taking things like those grenades and like putting them all in there. But you also do get side pouches on both sides. I mean, I'm not going to do this, but I mean, you can put the guns in there if you want to hold them on both sides. You know, that's really cool. Take this, kind of just put it up. Probably take the head off to make it a little easier for yourself. Put it over that peg like that. Put the head back on, and there you go. Now Snake Eyes has his Merce ready to go and kick some Cobra butt. So you get a lot of really cool accessories with this. Again, no katana, no sword. This is not Ninja Snake Eyes. This is pre-Ninja. This is Commando Snake Eyes. Just stealthy, all kinds of guns and explosives. That's what you get with this version, and I think it turned out really, really cool. Again, just really happy to have this one. Oh, and one accessory that I did forget, you're going to get this little grapple hook there, which is really cool with an actual string attached to it. You can unravel. You can just hook this on and tie it to however you want to, like he's rappelling or something like that. So that's really cool. Again, we've seen this before with another Mezco figure. I believe we've seen it like a couple times. I can't remember exactly which, but again, a really nice accessory to add to the figure. One thing I did want to do real quick though, I want to bring in the first Mezco Snake Eyes. This is the Ninja Snake Eyes, and I actually wanted to do a little head swap skis here. So let's go ahead and pop this one off, and we're going to take this one off from the Ninja Snake Eyes, and we're going to go ahead and bring that Ninja head onto the Commando body, which fits perfectly. So if you wanted to do something like that, kind of have a combination of the Ninja and Commando Snake Eyes, you could do that. I actually think that looks really badass, and why not? Let's bring in the Ninja body, take that Commando head, put that on over here, and if you want something like that, I actually think that looks really cool too. I wish I could lower the neck a little bit, but still, this looks badass, man. I think you can get away with doing these different looks. Again, we didn't get an unmasked head, but since we do have 2 different versions of Snake Eyes, you can mix and match the heads, and I think both of them will look really cool. So let's go ahead and break down his articulation. The head and the neck are on ball pegs, so it can look all the way up that far. We can look down that much like that. Of course, turn side to side, pivot side to side. Arms will go all the way up, down, up and out that far. That's pretty good. There seems to be a little bit of a butterfly joint in there. Rotation at the shoulder, double bend at the elbow here, just like so. Rotate at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. That works very nicely. Got a double ball peg in the midsection. That works really good. Pivot side to side, crunches, back and forth, lots of good motion there, side to side, rotation, all that works really, really good. Hip joints can kick up and forward that far. You're gonna have to maneuver the soft goods of the pants and things to get a little higher, but it does work pretty nicely. Rotation at upper thigh. We got double jointed knees where he could basically kick himself in his own butt. That's really good. Rotation at the boot. The ankles are on ball pegs, so those roll around, rotate up and down, and a actually pretty good ankle rocker for a Mezco, which is a little weird, but hey, when we get it, I appreciate it. So overall, I think this guy is just so freaking awesome, man. Again, I am just so hardcore into G.I. Joe Classified. Ever since Mezco picked up the G.I. Joe license to do these figures, every one of them has been a home run in my opinion. And the fact that we're starting to get variants of characters already is a good sign for me that this line is going to be continuing. I think he's awesome. I think you'll think he's awesome. And he is definitely a must get.
So for a quick size comparison, here he is sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a Mythic Legion Scapular and Mafex Bane. And for some Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to the first Mezco Snake Eyes and the Mezco Death Adder, which is basically Mezco's version of Snake Eyes. And for some classified comparison, here he is standing next to the G.I. Joe Classified Commando Snake Eyes and the Retro Carded Snake Eyes. And just to have him standing next to some Timber figures, here he is standing next to the Classified Timber on the left and the Mezco Timber on the right. So there it is, guys, my review of the Commando Snake Eyes. Now to start off with some nitpicks here, I did notice when posing around this figure, the dual pistols and the dual Uzis that we get, they are clearly not made for this figure as we've seen them before. The handles are very wide and thick, and the hands that we get with this figure don't necessarily fit those guns properly. Luckily, they are kind of gummy, so you can fidget them around and get them to grip on there decently, but I just wish those handles weren't so thick, and it can be a bit of a pain in the butt. I do not like those armbands, the ones that go around the bicep. Those things are a little bit of a pain in the butt. And I guess I do wish that we still got an unmasked head. I think that would have been awesome. And maybe another timber, maybe like a black timber, that would have been cool. I know that's not accurate to this version of Snake Eyes, but still, that would have been awesome. But other than that, man, everything is really rad. I love the articulation. It works so good. The sculpt is rad. I love that Commando head sculpt. It is beautiful. All the different guns are awesome. I love the fact that he holds so much in his satchel there with the different pockets and the larger pouch. You can pack so much stuff in there. I also love the extra detail on the burst effects. That's really nice as well. And the fact that you can swap heads between the two different Snake Eyes we've received from Mezco. This is a badass piece, man. Again, I love the fact that we're getting variants in this line already. Hopefully we see more variants in the future because I love the Mezco Joes. I hope they continue to do so many more. And for me, I think you would absolutely love him in your collections. So be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.